The following video contains spoilers for Persona 5 Royal. Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Tier List Making. Today we're going to be taking a look at each Persona 5 Royal Palace music, and we're going to be ranking them. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and share the video. And I'm glad to have you here. Now before we get into the actual tier list making, let's take a look at each Palace music so you know which ones are which. listened to all of the audio tracks, it's time for me to rank them. So, I don't know how long this is going to take, but I mean, I guess I will start by saying all Persona music, especially music from Persona 5, is really good. All of these songs have such amazing, I don't know the word for it. They're all amazing, but I'm trying to find the word. They're all unique, I guess. Some songs have like pretty impossible bass drops that they ended up doing, and it worked really well. And I mean, one of the songs is even sang by Lynn, so yeah, they're all really good songs. Now, of course, there are some that are annoying, but other than that, I mean, a lot of them aren't. There's only like a couple that I'd find annoying, I guess. Now, I assume you noticed that Kaneshiro had 2 tracks, V1 and V2. The reason for that is there is 2 tracks that are used throughout the palace. There's the one that most people know well, that a lot of people like, and then there's the second one, which I guess people don't really know or care about, but they're going to be ranked together as a whole either way. I forget what it's called, the songs, but they are together, being ranked together either way. So I guess I should start by saying, I guess I should just go through each one and say what I like about them and then rank them. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, all for each one. Each person is just gonna go like rank down 1 in each thing. Now, it's gonna be hard to rank the first 3 because those are ones that I actually really like, and it could be controversial. So like Futaba's, let's see here, Futaba's, Sai's, and Maruki's. These 3 are very, very controversial, and honestly, I don't know which one to place where, but if I have to be honest, we're gonna rock it like this. So, the reason being for Futaba being the top one is Futaba, I guess it just depends on like the storyline at that point and the feeling of the song. The song is titled When Your Mother Was There, I believe. Let me Google all the song titles actually, so I can have these written down on a sticky note. Alright, so I just took a look, and yeah, let's see here. Futaba's Palace is named When Mother Was There. I was sort of close, but Futaba's Palace, it just, the way the song was executed and the way like everything about it, the name, the way it was used, the area it was used, you know, the mood, it all kind of like fit together like a puzzle, I guess. The on the music side of things, now I'm no professional like musician, I guess. I don't like know hardly anything about music and the way like everything is named and whatnot, but I do know that it's a good song and it fits the theme, and yeah. So next one would be Sai, or Nijima's Palace, whatever you do, whatever you prefer. This one is the only palace theme with vocals, which was done by Lin, of course. It is called the Wings of Fate. Now, this is a good song because one, the way it was executed and the again, the bass drops that seemed hardly impossible were made, and it sounded great when they executed it. The way it fits in with the casino vibe that you get, because her palace takes place in a casino. Of course, it would be like, it would want to sound like it was vocal, because casinos are like that, you know? It's all about like the betting and the winning and the losing, mostly the losing, but the way it was done was definitely a good job, and the way that it was it sounds and the way it was executed is great. Lin, as always, does very, very good songs. Okay, next up, Maruki. Now, here's the thing. Between Maruki, Sai, Nijima, and Futaba or Sakura, whatever you prefer. I don't know, a lot of them go by last names, but then these are like the three that actually, though Futaba and Sai are the two that you'd actually like, you know, go by first name, but the issues between these three are they are all very, very good songs, and they're all equally like, they're all outstanding in the setting that it was performed, and in the mood, and then all this other stuff to go along with it. All these songs that were shown and all the songs that were in the game, they all fit the mood. All the songs somehow represent the mood and the distortion of the palace ruler, and all the songs represent the palace. Like Futaba's, it's cheerful, but at the same time it's very, very sad. Like, it's a really, like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a really catchy, I guess. You get it, but like, you have Futaba's, which is like super catchy and you would like it, but it's sad, you know? And Sai's, it's very catchy. I know the lyrics to a lot of Lin's songs. It's catchy and it goes with like the casino vibe, and the vibe for wanting to always win. I don't know if greed would, like, that's more of Kaneshiro later. We'll talk about that later. And now on to Maruki. It's more, it fits in with the whole, hey, I want to make everybody happy. Like, I don't know if the song is still playing in the background at this point. I probably switched it over by now, but when I first started talking and the song was still playing, and I don't remember how long the track is. I think it's around 6 minutes, but I have no clue. I don't know if it's still playing or not. Either way, you either did or can hear the song, and you can hear it's like it's sad, but at the same time it's elegant. It's, you want to do something, you want something really badly to help other people, but you can't get to it because people are trying to stop you. Now, there are other songs that change during his palace, like once you send the calling card and you show up After that, it's a different song, which I'm not going to play because those two songs are gonna have to either watch them on your own. I Believe and what was the title of the other one? It's either Throw Away Your Mask or Throw Your Mask Away. I don't remember. Either one of those two. Those songs will just save it from the Let's Play I'm doing, I guess. Either that or go watch it on your own time, but those songs are also played during his palace, and you get the same feel from them, especially like the lyrics does help, but the vocals do help, but the whole song as it is, it truly is amazing. But yeah, like it's a good track, and you can feel the emotion. If you ever like stop and listen to one of these tracks when you first start playing the game, like I've played the game, I don't know, 3 times I guess now with the Let's Play, 3 or 4 times, I don't know. Like I have 200 hours in a save file, so you can trust me. But like the first time you play the game and you aren't expecting the music, the point is to make you feel like emotion, I guess. To make you feel what the palace ruler or the person is feeling. Of course, with these 3 people, they're not bad people, unlike the rest of them. They wanted something for good, I guess. The thing is with prosecution and defense, when it comes to that, you shouldn't use false evidence. You shouldn't, it's illegal, but if it comes to a point where you know your client is guilty or isn't guilty, you know it, because most of the time, like, you can figure it out. You know they're guilty or you know they're not guilty. It comes to a point where you might falsify evidence and you shouldn't, but sometimes it happens. And like, I don't agree with it, but I can understand why someone would have did that, you know? But like, these 3 people aren't necessarily bad people in any way, shape, or form. Like the 5 down here right now, these are bad people. But these 3 are really not that, like, compared to these guys, these 3 aren't bad people at all. But either way, they had a cognition strong enough to make them want to do something that I guess they shouldn't do. Like, you shouldn't control people's lives, you shouldn't falsify evidence in order to win, and you shouldn't grieve on something that wasn't even your fault and then screw up your whole brain, I guess. You can see why you do it, but you really shouldn't. But yeah, like, these 3 are similar in feeling, and because you know they aren't necessarily bad people, and because the songs fit so well with the palaces and the palace rulers, and the things that they're feeling, the thoughts that they have, you know, that kind of thing, they really, really fit in with how everything is. Now I guess we should probably move on from A, B, and C, because I can talk about them all day. But this is my feeling. It's kind of hard because, like, Maruki and Sai would definitely be tied, but sadly that's not how it works. You gotta pick one or the other. So next up, I'm going to put in the D spot, Kaneshiro. Kaneshiro's song title name would be Price. Both of them, they're just the second one's just like an alternate version, I guess, but like, yeah, you can tell it's alternate because the way Atlas does their songs, they have like different soundtracks, I guess. Like, they make different pitched things for each one, and then they combine them together to make a song. Like you'll have BGM 420 and 421 combined to make Size, and I think this one is its own track alone, but Kaneshiro I think has a couple, maybe 3 combined, I don't remember. Either way, Kaneshiro, obviously if you do not know the backstory, was making children basically screw their lives over, and it's not a good thing. He wanted money. He had a lot of dirty cash and he wanted money. Now, with the song Price, which you can obviously hear is relating to money, the song is like a stingy, greedy feeling to it. Like, you want money, I guess, that you don't have. Like, you want all this money and all this time and all this other crap, and it's filled with things that you don't have. The song was very well executed, I guess. My only thing is, like, this is like the one song that has like 2 different parts. I know there's another one that does it, but I don't even remember or really I don't recall it, and I don't really care, I guess, but this one is the one that has obviously 2 different sounding tracks, even though they're just alternate versions. The first track, which everybody knows and everybody, I guess, listens to, is like the one where you just start in the palace, and then the second one is when you get to the hallway of greed. I don't know what it's called, but it has like money flowing everywhere and everything. That's when that track cues starts. So they're gonna be ranked together either way, but he does get the D spot because the feeling that you get from it, like I already said, it's like a stingy, greedy feeling that you get from the track, and it's pretty catchy. It's not bad, but it's pretty catchy. I wouldn't say like it's too catchy, but it's decently catchy. Not like Futaba's or Maruki's. Like Futaba's, you can put it on a 10-hour loop on YouTube and just do work, I guess. I've done that once. I've also done it with the Jazz Club and the Beneath the Mask Rain version. But yeah, I don't really have a lot to talk about, I guess. So he gets D. Which one comes next? I'm gonna say Madarame can come next. His song track name would be A Woman, in reference to Yusuke's mother, who was apparently used or claimed to be used, which I can believe, and basically killed, I guess. Not necessarily killed, just had a seizure, and Madarame to save her, I guess, and used her painting to create a mystery and make tons of money. But basically, this palace is, well, I don't know what to say about it, to be honest. I mean, I guess you can feel the it's kind of hard to feel things from it. I mean, you can feel it being like a little classy but greedy at the same time. Like you want I don't know what to say about it, to be honest. It's like you want I'm trying to look for the word. You want something, but you're making like money off of it, but it isn't right, I guess. Like, he was a very stingy old man who used art for his own, his own personal needs, but the way the track went and the way the track was used, I guess you get the feeling of it being classy, like an art museum, I guess, but it also holds like the desire for like greed and wanting more and lying and being like a horrible art teacher. I personally don't really have any attachment to the track like the other ones, but definitely isn't a like C-class material, but it's a pretty decent song. I really don't have that much to say about it. Next, we're gonna say Shido with the yeah, I think that's fine. So, Shido's. His song track is titled Arc. Obviously, he gets it from the what is it called? I forget, like, the place the ship is on. Cabinet? Diet? The Diet House? I don't know. Either way, you get a very, very classy vibe from it. Very classy. You can feel and even like you can feel the classiness from it. It's meant to be like something that is like super classy, and you can trying to think. Let's see here. You can, well, I mean, you can feel, like, the want, the desire to become something, and the classiness from it. The electric guitar in the song really does, add to it, and it being, composed, and mainly the electric guitar is something that makes you feel like you, it's not like piano classy, it's not like, ooh, look, it's so classy and old school, but it's like, no, it's classy, but it has like this feel that you want something, and you'll do anything to get to that point, no matter what. Now, let's see here. The, I don't know. I mean, I really don't have that much more to say about it. The way that it also, like, collides with the politician voices in the background, it really does make it, like, I'm pretty sure his voice plays, like he's announcing something on his, speech things, I guess. But like you can hear the when it collides with the song, I guess it makes sense. Again, E and F is songs that I don't particularly like have memorized and I know them too well, but it's like I know a little bit about him. Not like the other ones, you know. But the next one would have to be Kaneshiro. If you don't know what Kaneshiro did, or I guess I should say something first. So Kameshida's soundtrack is called King, Queen, and Slaves. If you don't know what he did, he is now an offender of some sorts, and he did some things that he shouldn't have. He was a gym teacher at the school that Joker attends, and basically the rest of the party, other than like what, 2 people, 3 people, I don't know, it's either, I think it's 2 or 3. Anyways, he did some bad things, and yeah. See, there's a reason why he isn't last. His song makes sense. The title of it makes sense. The King, Queen, and Slaves. Kameshiro obviously being the king. I assume on to Kameki would end up being the queen, and then the slaves would be all the volleyball students. I guess it just like makes sense, you know? It's definitely not the best track, but it does make sense with the vibe that you get from the palace. Now, the thing about his is the fact that the bass dropped. The songs that he, or I guess I'm just trying to talk at this point. The song and the chimes, I guess, like, it's kind of like a waiting, thinking kind of vibe to it, I guess. He's always like waiting and then thinking he's stupid and he makes the wrong moves always, but it's always like he's trying to plan something out, like trying to be sneaky, I guess. Now, because it's the first palace, it would make sense if it was more aimed towards the new players that would be playing, Joker, Ryuji, and Mona. More like they're trying to be sneaky and trying to make their first heist and all this and that, you know? It would make sense if that was the aim too. But I mean, I guess it just makes sense with the palace. Now, the last one today would have to be Okumura. What will we ever do with you? Okumura's, what is his? It's called Sweatshop. His soundtrack is called Sweatshop. Now, yes, it makes sense with the intergalactic, like, it's from space, galaxy, you know, that kind of thing. And it's not really particularly a bad track, it's just the fact that it doesn't feel like it fits, you know? It's a really good track, but I guess it just doesn't fit the mood that you get. Like, what are you supposed to feel from, like, that track, you know? Anything, like, below, anything, like, Kameshiro and Okumura, it's like, you can maybe feel something from, what was his name? I already forget. Kameshiro. You can maybe feel something from Kameshiro's, but Okumura, it's just like, it doesn't really make sense. You don't really feel anything from it. It's just like space, you know? Futuristic space type vibe, you know? But where's the emotion you feel from it? Like, where has Okumura gone wrong in his life that you would feel it from the track? What does he want? You don't get any of that from the track. Like with Futaba, you get that she's sad. like you can feel it from the track. With Maruki, you can feel the want and desire for something, and the sadness and the happiness, like all these emotions. But then Okumura's, it's just like, what do you feel from it, you know? You don't really get anything from it. Now the thing is, while vital to the story, I guess, to bring Haru in, which she gets no screen time, it doesn't even make sense why she's here in the first place, because, again, she gets no screen time, you know? Like, I understand where they were going with it, but it's like you introduce the palace, whose father of Haru and is like a billionaire of sorts and has this space-like desire, but it's just like, yeah, sure, he's doing things wrong that he shouldn't be doing, but Haru barely fits into the storyline as it is. The main storyline, Haru gets like no screen time and barely fits into it. And then there's Okumura, who also doesn't really fit in, I guess, with the other ones, and then it's just like, it's kind of like, why did you add this, you know? And if you added it, you should have made it better. Yes, his final boss fight is like the hardest one in the game. It's really hard, I promise you that. It took me 3 hours to record it. Always takes me like 3 hours to beat him. Every time. But it's just like, it doesn't really make sense, you know? If they wanted to go with it, I guess, they should have made it better. They should have given Haru more screen time, because it would have been sense and it would have contributed more to the plot. I can see why he's there, to like, hey, we got him, we framed them, they're under our control now, you know? But it's just like, if you're gonna add someone, give them screen time. Heck, Yumi got more screen time than Haru, and she was added later in. She was an extra character in Royal. She wasn't in the original, and she gets more screen time than Haru. Mind you, Haru gets 0 screen time. Like, I just don't understand why he's there, because it doesn't really make sense. It doesn't feel right, you know? But yeah, that's just my opinion. I guess look at what happened from music. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't like, it's not wrong, you know? But yeah, that's my ranking for the Palace music. Of course, I guess I'll say it again. Futaba's Palace is by far the favorite, the top track, I guess. Size is second. Maruki comes in third. Kaneshiro at fourth. Madarame at fifth. Shido at sixth. Kamishita at seventh. And Okumura at eighth. And yeah, that's gonna do it for today's tier list episode. I know I haven't done one of these in like a year, but I just thought, hey, you know, why not have at it? So yeah, that's gonna do it for today's episode. I don't know if I'll do another one of these or not. I guess just let me know down in the comments if you like these and you want me to do more, or if like, I guess just like the video and just leave a comment if you guys want me to do more of these. But yeah, I had a lot of fun making this episode. Of course, the editing is going to be painful because I don't really edit normally, so now I have to actually like edit this. But hey, I mean, gotta do what you gotta do. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, share the video, and we will catch you all in the next, I don't know if there's going to be a next episode, but we'll catch you all in the next video on the channel, I guess. Peace.